this evening is Rodney Tambly from OB3, Ocean Browser. Thanks so much for that, Rodney. That's looks really great. It's like WordPress for education, or Google Docs for classroom teachers. And I bet you everyone who has ever had to use Moodle or Blackboard is just drooling at the moment.
We get a lot.
Yeah. So tell us, how do you compete against Moodle and Blackboard and the other big providers, because they just have such tremendous market pull internationally?
We tend to find that if anything, they're actually a source of business, because, as you say, they don't provide a very good experience for they're not very engaging or useful for the teachers in terms of the authoring process, but they're also not a great place to collaborate. So being able to support different types of co-creation and collaboration activities and discussion activities really opens that scope up. So the video today is sort of showing the authoring side of thing, but that's as much for the students as part of their creative process as it is for the teachers as part of their process. And I should mention, I have my co-founder, Gloria Gomez, who's the designer of the product, here with us as well tonight.
When Rodney talks, hello everyone, when Rodney mentions co-creation, this idea is the philosophical idea underpinning OB3. We started selling into medical education, and what we noticed with medical educators is that at some point they are teachers, but also they go back to become students in the span of their professional career. So our first clients, the people we started working with, these are people that are lifelong learners. So sometimes doctors are actually teaching, but other times they are studying, which means that the technology has to actually accommodate for that type of social interaction when it comes to learning. So OB3 documents, actually, we have one place for teacher and students to work together, and they can change the role in the document. Also, what we notice in the process is that when students are contributing discussions embedded in the document, the discussions actually help teachers to modify the way they present the lecture, which means that sometimes even the lecturing material is less and the student contribution is more. And that enhances the student-centered part of what our technology empowers.
Yeah, so that over time courses evolve. They might start off very curriculum driven, and then 3 or 4 years later, they've moved more towards a collaborative model.
Great, thank you. We have several questions from the audience. So what are your future plans for the product?
So one of the things we're working on at the moment is a lightweight mobile tablet and web publishing view for OB3 content that has accessibility features and lots of options for getting the content out and using it in different types of ways. So some of our customers are building innovative medical or education apps, and they want to take some of the knowledge that they've got inside OB3 in different communities of practice and connect it into those apps. Or they might be wanting to have seamless embedding of the content in OB3 inside other environments or learning systems that they're using. So we're providing that, some of those features. And another area that we're working on, I'll let Gloria mention, which is around the coaching side of coaching for performance.
Yeah, but that's early stages around learning analytics. The idea is that to develop a type of environment that connects with OB3 where the system kind of coaches people into their learning process or their teaching process, but yeah, early days of that is coaching, coaching for study performance. But yeah, we are working into that as well.
Right. So the audience liked the music in your video. And another question from the audience is, are you working closely with any major publishers?
I have some connections into publishers through an accelerator program we went through in London a few years ago. So we've got some doors open there, but we kind of want to stay closer to learners and teachers, and independent educators and business those are the sort of markets that we're working with today.
Yeah, we are actually very keen to support self-publishing. You know, every person who knows who has basic digital skills to create OB3 documents and then self-publish some of that. And we feel that once people have self-published their material a little bit and have shared it with our community, the more formal publishing environments or companies, you know, will connect. We will find a way to connect with them. But we are very keen is to empower every person, because if you come to think about it, most of us are teachers at some point and also learners at some point. So that's the lifelong learning cycle. Everyone is a teacher, everyone is a student. And at the moment we are focusing in formal education, but what we are seeing, there is an interest for informal learning and also for non-formal education as well.
Thank you, Rodney and Gloria. There's several more questions, but I think we're running out of time. Thank you.
Yes, thanks so much, Rodney.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's your system's come a long way over the last few years, and it sounds like your customer base has as well. Really great to see. So thanks again for presenting tonight.